I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford.
For the stack, did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, was you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boss, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his.
Terence Crawford receives a visit and training session with Floyd Mayweather prior to Crawford's impending bout with Canelo Alvarez. Floyd calls Crawford the best pound-for-pound boxing champion and commends his abilities and commitment. Mutual respect and Mayweather's faith in Crawford's ability to dominate the super bout are evident in their rigorous training sessions.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number one.
Crawford recently discussed the specifics of his conversation with Floyd Mayweather. He claimed that Mayweather provided more than simply compliments. He also offered sincere technical advice and inspirational remarks. Floyd was candid about the impending test against an experienced opponent such as Canelo Alvarez, but he also recognized Crawford's skill. Mayweather urged Crawford to maintain his peak performance and stay sharp despite bringing up Canelo's age and expertise. The conversation was civil, helpful, and more about preparation than praise.
That's a big boy. He's strong. You know, you box good. You can do this. You got this over him. You're gonna have to tighten up this. You're gonna have to do this. You know, it's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you'll whoop his ass. You'll do this to him. It's never like
yes man type
you know
stuff.
what I mean? It's like, hey, listen, you know, that's a dangerous fight. You know, but
that's the fight.
If it happened, you know.
Not many people were unaware that these two legendary boxers had met. Their contact was immediately noticed by fans and commentators, which sparked a conversation on social media. The image of a great veteran and a younger up-and-coming champion sharing space was potent. Many saw it as a meaningful moment, either Mayweather's endorsement or a passing of the torch. The struggle was only one aspect of the excitement. Other aspects were mentorship, legacy, and reciprocal acknowledgement.
Floyd.
Congratulations, man.
In a daring declaration, Mayweather criticized Canelo Alvarez for previous doping claims, implying that the media treats these subjects unfairly. Floyd claims that there is a double standard in place with Canelo since problems like performance-enhancing drugs are frequently disregarded. Depending on the fans' stance, his remarks generated both support and condemnation in discussions over accountability and transparency in boxing.
But what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids. Y'all don't talk about that. So we don't know. We really don't know all the fighters he beat. He could have been not clean in a lot of fights.
In retrospect, Floyd recalled that he weighed about 151 or 152 pounds when he stepped into the ring against Canelo. Mayweather used his tactical acumen and defensive prowess to control the bout in spite of his physical disadvantage. His performance was a masterclass in how timing and talent can triumph over physical strength. It serves as a reminder of how he achieved his perfect record by using skill rather than force.
After Canelo made the weight, it wasn't like it was a certain clause to where he couldn't gain weight. So after he weighed 152 or 152 and a half, I think he came in like 168 or close to 170. And actually I came in at probably like I probably came in at 151 and 152.
Gotcha.
But Roy Jones is one hell of a fighter. You know, I can't get on here and hate on his skills and knock his skills. He's been through a lot in the sport of boxing, and he's done a lot for the sport of boxing.
Crawford has admired Floyd since the beginning of his career, not only as a boxer, but also as a mastermind. A deep relationship has resulted from that adoration, and Mayweather now occasionally offers advice and insight. Crawford cherishes these occasions and uses them as inspiration to hone his abilities and imitate some of Floyd's strategic genius. Their connection is an example of a bond created by respect and common ambition.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boy, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Crawford is preparing for his upcoming big test with an unprecedented level of training intensity. His focus is evident in every practice, from bag work to footwork drills. Videos of him training show a boxer who is working smart, not just hard. His dedication is evident in the way he modifies his regimen to get ready for a particular opponent. In this instance, a formidable and seasoned opponent such as Canelo. Crawford's leg exercises throughout training camp are particularly noteworthy as a vital component of his fitness. His explosive movement in the ring is based on exercises like lunges and weighted squats. He gains agility and endurance from these practices, which helps him move fluidly around the canvas and stay balanced under duress. His meticulous attention to preparation is evident in the physical rigor of leg day.
Nice.
How's that feel? Good light?
All right, run him up.
Good light?
Great, teacher build. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. You need to flinch.
Crawford's sparring demonstrates the depth of his boxing intelligence. Canelo employs the jab to set up strong strikes, control the pace, and hold opponents at bay when his opponents try to imitate his approach. He jabs with purpose rather than just for attention. It's evident that he's bringing a multifaceted plan to the ring when you consider his ability to change stances in the middle of a bout. Keep an eye on the right.
Watch the right hand for the decoy. Y'all know chess? Fisher versus Spassky? Two of the best, you understand? That's what you watch. Two of the best. That's how I start work. You know how to work. You know how to get the most out of everything. Good job, Chad.
The unscheduled visit to a training facility that became a memorable experience was recalled by promoter Eddie Hearn. What began as a casual visit turned into a rare opportunity to see Floyd and Crawford together. Despite having seen Floyd previously, Eddie observed that the vibe was different this time. There were chuckles, wisdom, and a surprising amount of friendship. Fans also got a unique look at Crawford's lighter side during the encounter.
How is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Yeah, I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35, 35, 40, 47, 54. sooner or later it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
Yeah.
You know.
Crawford has confronted his detractors by acknowledging the significance of the Canelo fight. Instead of avoiding the issues of power and scale, he accepted them, but not as justifications. He thinks he can conquer the obstacle since he views it as a necessary part of the journey. His attitude is unmistakable. He is stepping up to win, not just to compete, and to dispel misgivings in the process.
That's a fight because of the challenge. I love the challenges. And I love the people that, I hear them now. You're too little. You know, Canelo gonna break you. He's gonna stop you. You come from 147, that weight too big, this and that. I can hear it now. And that just excites me to go in there and just be like, okay, let me prove him wrong once again.
That fight would be gigantic. If Canelo gets through Jermell and then you guys fight, that fight would be gigantic.
And it's crazy because, like, in the past interviews, I was like, man, Canelo too big, man. It's weight classes for a reason. I was like, nah. But in my mind, in my heart, I don't think nobody too big.
That concludes the video for today. Keep an eye out. Till the next occasion.